pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are y'all doing today? My name is Bruce Dickey, and welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful Thursday, November 17th, a week before Thanksgiving. And that'd be what? 6 weeks before Christmas?
Roughly.
5 to 6 weeks before Christmas? Something like that. I've got Jed Casburn down there, and I have Tabitha Meador right here. We are going to talk today about Christmas in Salem. The big events coming up here in a couple of weeks on December 1st and 2nd. And we're going to have a lot of fun getting you ready for the Christmas holidays. You guys are ready for the Christmas holidays? Is it
Absolutely.
early? You say you are ready. Are you ready?
I'm getting there. I'll be ready. I'll be ready.
Oh, that's good. Let's tell you a little bit about what's going on today, folks. You're off screen now, so I'm gonna talk to this camera, and I'll probably switch over back and forth. I might ask you questions. I forgot to warn you, Jed. I feel bad now. I didn't warn Jed.
You didn't warn him. I have given him a preface on how this works, though.
Did you warn him?
I did. I tried to anyway.
There will be quizzes. I hope you don't mind. Actually, I don't care if you mind or not. What's going on today, folks? Actually, there's only one thing I could find here for Thursday, November 17th. It's down in Fairfield, and this is going to be a hoot. It is The Last of the Outlaws. That's a local movie that was it was filmed in Boylston back in the late 80s, early 90s. And it'll be presented by the Wayne County Historical Society tonight at 6 p.m. at the Fairfield CP Church. The Last of the Outlaws, filmed near Boylston. I take that back. 1987, produced by a fellow named Len Mason. And the movie stars several local actors, including Sam Andrews, Lindy Simpson, Debbie Simpson, Sonny McCulley. Cast of about 35. Everyone is invited to come and view the 90-minute Western. No charge for the event. If you don't know, folks, anything about this movie, I've never seen it myself, and I'd love to. I hope I can get there to see it tonight. I've never seen it myself, but it would be a time capsule of a time capsule, because you know some of the people who are in the movie, and 35 years ago is when they filmed this, and it's a bunch of local folks basically making a movie. All right, you're heavily involved, Tabitha, with the Salem theater folks. You think they'd ever be able to try to make a movie?
I don't know that that's going to be in our capability, but maybe.
And then hide it for 35 years?
We'll see. We have some talented people, so
yes, you do.
It may come about.
Yeah, yes, you do. But that's what's going on tonight down in the it's going to be at the Wayne County Historical Society at the CP Church. So get out there to see it. Thing's been lost. Nobody has seen the movie for over 30 years. It was released, and I think they had a DVD of it. I think they found a DVD. So hopefully it's a good print. What else is going on today? Couldn't find much else going on, ladies and gentlemen. However, the November 17th is National Baklava. Do you say it baklava or it's baklava, right? Do you eat baklava?
I love baklava.
It's baklava.
That's how I pronounce it. That doesn't mean it's right.
I think you're right. Well, you've been to Turkey. You've been to Istanbul. You just said. Is that how they said it over there?
It's been a while. I don't remember.
Actually, I think it's Greek rather than Turkish. November 17th, National Baklava Day fills the kitchen with an aroma of sweet and flaky pastry. Baklava's sweet layers of texture and flavor are created between sheets of phyllo pastry filled with chopped nuts and drizzled with syrup and or honey. Many believe baklava to have originated, there it is, the Turkish people in Central Asian nations. However, many countries prepare the dessert in a variety of ways. When do you think, okay, here's the first quiz. When do you think the term, I'll give you, pick a century. When did the term baklava first appear in English, in the English language?
That is all Tabitha.
Oh, come on! If you're sitting there, Jed, you're going to have to answer. Pick a century. There are only like 21 of them. All right, it's post. It's in English, so it's post. It's AD.
I'm thinking 17th century.
How about you?
I was going to say 17th or 18th.
You both got it right. Ladies and gentlemen, unbelievable. Unbelievable. 1651. Baklava first appeared in the English language, actually 1650. If you've never tried baklava, boy, that looks really good right there. If you've never tried baklava, it's just an amazing. I've seen recipes on how to make it. I would hesitate and refuse to make it because I would mess things up so poorly. It'd be just awful. But today is National Baklava Day. What else going on today, ladies and gentlemen? This is a new one, and you'd have thought they'd have had it forever and ever, but they just founded this last year. This is also National Butter Day. A few ingredients make a meal richer and more. No kidding. It's Butter Day. You don't put butter on baklava. It's already there. On November 17th, National Butter Day gives us creamy ingredient and then those who make it a pat on the back. You like that? Using the term pat? Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
That's punny. Butter has been used by humans for thousands of years. As recently as the first half of the last century, the butter churn was an essential tool in many kitchens. When butter was rationed during World War II, households struggled to get along without this delicious staple. All right, who was the guy? Now, I don't have this, but who was the first guy who decided, I'm going to take milk out of that really large animal over there? And I think I'm going to put it in some kind of device and mix it up. And come out with butter. And I'm going to come out with a substance that I'm going to put on my bread. Who was the first person to do that? That's a rhetorical question. That's not part of the quiz today, Jed.
Yeah, good.
That's just a rhetorical. 5 ways to get inspired with butter. Well, amplify your breakfast with buttermilk biscuits, pancakes, muffins. There you go. Sweeten your summer surprises. I love it on corn. Add it to grilled vegetables. It makes grilled vegetables outstanding. Jazz up pizza night with a homemade pizza crust, or gear up for game day with appetizers. I must admit, ladies and gentlemen, that I did not realize until I saw my wife making buffalo wings one time. She was making it from the recipe, and I did not realize that basically buffalo wing sauce, it's all butter.
It's melted butter.
It's melted butter. Mm-hmm. Did you realize that? Do you make your own wings?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Basically, it's butter and Tabasco, right?
Mm-hmm. It's a hot sauce of some sort, sure.
Frank's or something like that. Yeah, it's all butter. Who knew? I thought wings were healthy. What else going on, ladies and gentlemen, today? This goes perfectly with butter. National Homemade Bread Day. November 17th, homes will fill with warm, comforting aromas, reminding folks to slow down and enjoy National Homemade Bread Day. Yeast bread calls for you to slow down. You need to spend time with each other as you work through the dough. Let it rest and rise before baking. Quick breads allow a special treat to share and enjoy with coffee and tea. Other homemade breads, such as donuts, pretzels, muffins, and biscuits, add variety to our everyday meals. There's a slew of different homemade breads over there that almost look good enough to eat. Garlic knots. Yeah, that looks good. I like the one up there in the middle. What is that? Is that like a homemade cheese bread? Is that what that looks like? Or maybe it's not a fruitcake, is it?
It almost looks like a cheddar bacon bread of some sort.
Cheddar bacon bread. Why, you got me thinking there. That sounds really good. All right, here's the question. Can I use a brewer's yeast to make bread?
Yes.
I would say yes.
Yes, you can. The bread won't be as light and fluffy as you're accustomed to, because baker's yeast will puff it up. Brewer's yeast just probably makes it taste like beer, I guess. I don't know. But the National Homemade Bread Committee from Ann Arbor, Michigan, founded National Homemade Bread Day to encourage families to enjoy making homemade bread. It's been celebrated for over 40 years. You didn't know this was a holiday, did you?
I did not.
This is a good one. Bread, butter, and baklava. You can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
With November 17th. I love it. What's going on television, folks? What do you want to see on TV? We have high school basketball on this channel tonight. It'll be the Fairfield Lady Mules taking on the Flora Wolf Gals. That'll be here on Channel 100 at 6:15 p.m. for the JV, and it'll have that, and then followed by the varsity. College football tonight. Only one game. SMU is at Tulane. That's on ESPN Channel 601 at 6:30. NHL hockey, Blues are back home tonight. It is the Caps, Washington Capitals, coming in to take on the Blues. That'd be the 18 champs versus the 19 champs. That'll be on Bally Sports Midwest. Hopefully the Blues have their beans back in a pile after a nice couple of wins after a 8-game losing streak. Also, NCAA men's basketball. I'm only going to give you a couple of games because there's games all day long. Thanksgiving tournaments have begun, starting with at 10:30 this morning on ESPNU Channel 642. The Furman Paladins take on Penn State, and I believe that's down in Charleston in a tournament. But this next one's not a tournament. Kentucky's at home tonight. They'll take on South Carolina State. The Bulldogs versus the Wildcats. That'll be on SEC Network. So if you're looking for Kentucky, you got to look a little bit hard. It's Channel 639 tonight. That's Jed Casburn down there. This is Tabitha Meador right here. They're from Salem. They're going to tell us all about Christmas over there. We'll do that when we return here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back after this. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I'm Dr. Eric Pikus. I'm a general practice physician here at CRHPC, and I work at the Clay Medical Center in Flora. One of the things that I love about working for CRHPC is the fact that it's a federally qualified healthcare center, and that means that we can take care of any patient, whatever the case may be. We don't have to worry about their financial situation, and I love the fact that we can take care of anybody that needs our help. So no matter what care somebody needs, we're going to give them the best possible care available without judgment.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
myself here.
That's all I can say.
I'm killing myself. Jed, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you're here. Tabitha, welcome back to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tabitha Meador. That is Jed Casburn, and we are going to talk today about about Salem and what they're doing for Christmas over there. But before we get to that, I want to know. I've had Tabitha here before, and I've peppered her with questions. I've grilled her before. She's had the big white lights on her before, haven't you?
I have.
The
I have
big
a few
bright
times.
lights. Jed hadn't. So tell me about the YMCA in Salem. I have no idea about it, the organization, and where it is, anything like that. What's going on over there at the Y?
Yeah, so a little bit of back history here. Like 2013 is when I got hired into the Marion County YMCA.
Okay. Where is it?
Well, we started out at the Salem Community Center.
Okay.
We had an office building. And, of course, we had 0 programs.
Really?
0 programs in 2013.
No kidding. So they brought you in to basically start from scratch?
There was a group in town in Salem, Illinois, the Salem Aquatic Foundation.
Okay.
Their goal was to have an indoor pool at the time.
Right.
And at the time, the YMCA of Southwest Illinois, out of Belleville, Illinois, was the area's YMCA. They got a hold of them, started bringing them to meetings, and basically they had so many meetings and got a little bit of momentum. They wanted to hire somebody, and I went for the program director of that. And it started out part-time. It was rough at the beginning.
Yeah, I suspect.
We started a few programs, and I would say the 2 staple programs that we started was youth flag football and a YMCA summer camp for kids. Ages 5 to 12 is at that time is 11 weeks through the summer. So we started building programs, and then the partnership of the city came in around 2000. At the end of 2015, so I think I started in 2016 and moved to Salem City Hall, and it's been awesome ever since.
So is it still at the aquatic building, or where do you have a headquarters now?
I am at Salem City Hall. I'm right beside Tabitha here.
Okay, so the YMCA doesn't have a building of its own?
No, sir. No,
Okay,
sir. And it's that's still a long-term goal.
Well, I didn't know, because the aquatic center is the one where they have the roller skating and that thing too, right? That's up by the park, or am I wrong with that?
So the aquatic center is there just to the west of the tennis courts. There's the pool and everything that goes in there. There's the skate park, the jumps there, right there.
Right.
But that's all under the city's umbrella.
Okay,
Yes.
and it fall. I go up to the park from time to time because I do the television games, and you have time to kill sometime. They probably quit the farmers market now, haven't they?
No, actually, it's still active.
Is that right?
It's still active on Thursday. I believe it's Thursday afternoons through the summer.
What are people doing that? I mean, what are they bringing in that they've grown in November?
Well, I think it closes about the first or second week of October.
That's okay. That's what I meant. All right. So you've been involved for 8 years. Went from 0 to 60. How many kids do you have involved?
Well, I mean, it's different every program. I would say, all throughout the year, we have probably 500 or so kiddos.
Oh, no kidding.
I didn't bring my information with me today on that since
he didn't realize I was going to quiz him.
Well, and all I can say is, with the rec department and the Y, you're getting all your different programs. I would say our most heavily is our youth soccer, which we run spring and fall. And with COVID, that kind of dropped some numbers, so you're kind of getting back a little bit.
That probably affected you a bit.
But we've had between 150 to 200 kids before in our soccer program.
How large an area will this encompass? How many miles out do kids come in from Iuka? Do kids come in from Sandoval? Where are we coming from?
You're exactly correct. All the surrounding towns, we get that, and we get kids from Centralia, a little bit from Mount Vernon, not much.
Yeah. Well, that's the fun part, though. If you've got a viable, growing soccer program, the kiddos seem to like really flock to something like that, don't they?
They do, and it's funny. A board member once told me, when the World Cup is coming up, it gets more popular
this week. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we had a good year. It wasn't like it wasn't 2019. I always go back to 2019. 2019 was like the numbers were fantastic in about everything you do, but we're getting there. We're getting back.
Yeah, you have had a worldwide pandemic since then.
Yes, we have.
Well, that is cool. I'm glad to hear that it's flourishing, and what sports in the future what do they have in Belleville that they're trying to bring over to Salem maybe soon?
On something like that, I don't know if I'm going to answer your question correctly or not, but the Marion,
I don't care about that, just as long as you talk.
The Marion County YMCA has started a junior high esports. We were the first YMCA to do that under our 26Y umbrella. And to be honest, the VPs at corporate, they absolutely started getting on board a couple years ago. And a lot of the Ys are transitioning their Ys into esports also to give children that opportunity.
Yeah, it gives them an opportunity to compete in something that otherwise they may not be able to compete. Not everybody's going to play flag football,
right?
And not everybody's going to go out and play baseball or something like that.
So that's one cool fact, that we were the first ones in this area to start. And we couldn't have done it without the Salem Community High School. That's another partnership program. High school's been fantastic to us, and they've got a great program. I think they are ranked. Two of their teams, varsity and JV, are ranked in the top 10 in the state.
Are you serious? I taught Kevin's the AD, and I guess this falls under athletics, right? Or does it does it fall under like scholastics? Because I don't know if Scholastic Bowl falls under athletics.
I believe it still falls under athletics, but it is definitely the most popular group. Coming together at the high school right now is what I hear. So,
that's pretty cool. You got anything to add to that?
No.
I swear I'll let Tabitha talk here eventually. That's Jed Casburn. This is Tabitha Meador. I'm Bruce Dickey. We'll be right back after these words on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Stick around.
At Midwest Farm and Land, we've got a team of dedicated land, home, and commercial experts ready to help.
We understand that buying or selling a property can be extremely stressful. Let our folks take care of you and help you find your perfect piece of property.
Whether it's recreational or hunting land, farmland, homes, or commercial, we're there to help.
Local experts with national reach. If you're interested, give us a call, 618-532-1961, or check us out on the website, midwestfarmco.com.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Don't you hate it when you hit buttons and they're slow? They eventually come on, but you've already hit it again, so it stops it. You've already hit it again. Maybe I should be a more patient person. You think I should be more patient, Tabitha?
I'm looking at a reflection right now, so we both should be more
Today's guests, Jed Casburn down there, Tabitha Meador right here from the city of Salem, and they're here. They're going to tell us all about the Christmas activities coming up. Are we jumping the gun? We're not jumping the gun, are we?
No, it's going to be here before you know it.
Is that right?
It's coming pretty quick.
I guess
Next
I need
week's
to look.
Thanksgiving.
I guess I need to look at a calendar sometime. Okay, what is going on? Tell me about what's new in the city of Salem. What are we doing?
I'll start out with our Friday. It's a free event called 12 Games of Christmas. It's going to be a carnival style at the Salem Community Activity Center. Our envision, me and Tabitha's envision, was to get the businesses and even organizations involved this year and do different booths. So that's what we've done and invited quite a few different groups and businesses, and they're going to have different games.
Yeah.
And we'll add a few games in there. We'll have crafts, and we'll
We have
food.
more than 12?
Yes. I mean,
Well, yeah, I was just going to say, do you have to play 12 to have a chance to win?
Each individual one will have a
Do
small.
I get prizes?
You'll get a prize if you win that particular game. You'll get some sort of a little
Sweet.
trinket of a prize.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are some of the games?
Well, so the businesses.
Time out.
What?
Time out.
Go ahead.
Are there any games for adults, or do it have to be a child? I can win something?
Yes, I feel like it's family oriented.
Ladies and gentlemen. All right.
Kids of all ages,
What do I
family
get to
oriented.
win?
I mean, I believe
G.I. Joe with the crunch grip?
Get some gift cards, some candy. I mean, hey, it's the holidays. You win some of that stuff.
That's cool. What are some of the games?
We have a miniature golf. I do believe a business is going to do. We got a bags game. We've got the old traditional ones: bucket challenge, snowball fight, ring toss.
Snowball fight. What's a snowball fight?
You're just knocking cups off of the table, basically, or you can stack them up. It's that. Now that one.
Wait a minute. Okay, hold on a second.
We should have brought examples.
I'm wondering about this snowball fight still. You're not playing with snow. Are you throwing ice?
No, that would be really cool, though.
That would be cool. Can you shave ice and make a little snow cone and throw that? I love it. I'm an idea guy here, Tabitha.
We'll take those considerations for next year.
Okay, well, some of the other games. And these are mainly, what age limit? Are we starting from 0 to 5 or... No kidding.
No age. I mean, it's just a family-oriented event, and just come out and have fun, and that's what we're trying to do. I mean, and also an ugly sweater contest is something that we added this year. So hey, get ready for some gift cards. Bring that ugly sweater.
Now wait a second. People. This has become popular lately, right?
It has.
The whole ugly sweater thing. So much so that people are trying to buy ugly sweaters, right? Can you have two different categories? Can you have the unintentionally ugly sweater versus the intentionally ugly sweater? I love your sweater today. You look great, Jed. Don't get me wrong. That's a great looking sweater. You're not going to qualify for the contest. You look great too, Tabitha. That's a great looking sweater. I've got some ugly sweaters that could probably fall into the unintentional.
They usually come out in the process of the holidays. Somehow.
Yes.
Yeah. We haven't quite got the judging worked out yet, but we do want to host a ugly sweater contest this year.
Well, that would be. I must tell you, folks. I think it would be terrifically awkward if I'm attending the thing, which is, again, ladies and gentlemen, Friday, December 2nd from 6 to 8 at the Salem Community Activity Center, the Community Christmas Carnival. It would be tremendously awkward if I'm just walking by.
So what you're saying is we should just give a prize out to a random person within this.
I'm just saying you might not want to promote exactly who wins the unintentionally ugly sweater contest, because I got to tell you, I've run into some folks with some doggone ugly. I mean, we all have.
Sure.
Trying to be festive and and yeah, just.
Well, I think we might just have to have a sign-up sheet. after you
have it
hearing you say that.
You're not going to walk through and just grab guys. Grab. Wow, that is one ugly sweater you've got there. Are you in the contest? What contest? I love the thinking. Okay, it says food, games, ugly sweater contest, bouncy house, huh? And this is all in the first floor there.
So it's going to be in the gymnasium of the community center. Everything will be centralized there. We'll have our crafts and activities set up on one side, games on the other, bounce house.
You can get the bouncy house inside there. I was last time I was in there. I was in there for the thing you do every spring, the home show.
The home show, yeah.
The home show, and there's plenty of room in there for a nice, good size.
The food will be set up outside, but then we'll have tables so that you can come inside and don't have to, depending on the weather.
See, now you're getting to the good part. What's the plan for the food for the day?
So Saved with Amazing Grace they're a general partner of the Y and their events, so they will be making the food. I think he's got the contact.
I believe they're doing hot dogs, chili, pork burgers.
Sweet.
Things like that. So.
Sweet. Anybody bringing Christmas cookies and stuff like that? Or I didn't know if some of the businesses were going to be bringing stuff to get into the spirit.
That remains to be seen.
How about a suggestion right there?
Yeah, there it is.
I like the thought. Okay, so that is from 6 to 8. Is there any particular time for any particular contest that somebody needs to be there at? If I did bring my sweater, I've got this sweater. I don't know if it counts as ugly, but it's got a gingerbread man on it, and he's got one of his legs is snapped. So he's got the leg snapping there, and it's broken, and then underneath it says "Oh snap."
That definitely could be up there.
I would think that would be a good one.
I think that qualifies.
That qualifies.
I love it. We'll see what we can do. I tell you what, let's do. Let's take a quick break. We're gonna reload. I've got all kinds of questions. It's Christmas. I mean, for crying out loud, it's got all kinds of questions. Is this the first one you've put on, by the way, or have we put this thing on?
This will be the second annual Christmas Carnival. We did this last year.
How many folks you get show up last year?
Oh, there was
good crowd.
There was a good crowd, probably a couple hundred, give or take.
Oh, that's fun.
We had quite a few come in that night.
And we're doing more stuff. We've added to it.
We have.
Oh, wonderful. We're talking here today with Jed and with Tabitha. If folks want more information about any of this stuff, what's the best way? Do they go Facebook, go online, give you a call, give out your home number?
I mean, I would say City of Salem Recreation Department Facebook page, or call 618-548-2222.
There you go, folks. That is Jed, that's Tabitha. Back right after this, you're watching Big Talk. Bruce Dickey back in a sec. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire. but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk. I am hearing more crazy things from Tabitha Meador today that I can't even talk about. I'm not going to talk about it. It's her personal business, but my goodness, she's just nuts. This is the... Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Jed Casburn is here along with Tabitha Meador, and we are talking about Christmas in Salem. Okay, what is this? This is the 17th, so you're looking at 38 days, 5.5 weeks. So am I ready to go shopping in Salem? Is anything, are the businesses in Salem ready for shoppers?
I think they're getting prepared for, I think the Small Business Saturday is that Saturday after Thanksgiving. I think a lot of our retailers are getting prepared for that day, and, shop local anytime as well. So
yeah,
things are...
I mean, the shop, you can't tell people enough. Wherever you are, Flora, Fairfield, Effingham, Louisville, whatever town, Sisney, shop local and make your. It helps the community over and over and over, doesn't it?
It sure does. And going back to the carnival, our local businesses have stepped up and are hosting some of the games for that. So
what are some of the businesses, by the way, or did you want to mention, or were you going to hold off because you'd be afraid you'd forget something?
Well, I think we're waiting on some confirmations as well.
I see.
So, but we do have a number of businesses that are contributing to both events. But our downtown Christmas, though, is there on Saturday, December 3rd.
Tell me about Christmas on Broadway.
Christmas on Broadway. Well, this year, the addition, we did this last year, started off with trying to grow off.
Wait a minute. Time out. You started 2 new events in the same year?
We expanded upon.
On the same weekend?
We expanded upon
that's even crazier than the other crazy stuff you've been telling me, Tabitha. What are you doing?
Well, the YMCA had for a number of years done their gift giveaway with Santa on Sweeney Corner, which is there at Main and Broadway. And so we took the event and wanted to expand it and have a fully downtown Christmas event.
So this is still part of the Sweeney. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So one thing we did last year, going back to the last year's event that we're carrying across to this year, is our hot chocolate station. Really? And that turned out to be one of the coolest things that we did. I had been...
Another opposite pun. That's great. It was cool.
It was cool for the hot.
Yeah. It was cool.
I collected Christmas mugs from thrift stores for about a year or so previous, and everybody got to choose a Christmas mug, fill it with hot chocolate, with the marshmallows, peppermint, whatever, and then carried away a mug of hot chocolate. So that was... some of the comments were, it's like walking through a Hallmark movie.
Wow.
Things like that. So
what was I paying for that? I mean,
that was free. That's free.
Oh, well, hold on. Oh, no. Again, time out. I'm calling my third time out. I've run out. Free?
Uh-huh.
How you've been collecting these all year long?
I have been, yeah.
How many do you plan whenever you do? You did this last year.
Mm-hmm. I had roughly 250 Christmas mugs last year.
Holy
My goal
Christmas mugs
is
they're all specific to Christmas.
They are all specific to Christmas, whether it's snowman, Christmas, Noel.
Did you get one?
I did not. I was too busy just making sure everybody was good at the event.
I didn't get one either.
So you had 250 last year.
Yeah, my goal is
how are we doing this year?
I have a number of them that I need to wash and add to the full count, but I've got about 400 Christmas mugs.
Oh my heavens.
To give away.
That's
the event.
great.
So it is
that's
kind of
worth the trip right there.
Yeah.
I was going to say, usually, I mean, you talk about, well, I'm flabbergasted because whenever you see an open house in a town, yeah, they'll have the little hot chocolate. It'll be you walk up, you get the little Dixie cup or something, and out of the big orange cooler, which is nice and fun. But you're doing bugs. They're getting the hot chocolate.
They're getting the hot chocolate.
Marshmallows.
Whipped cream, candy canes. I think that's all the variety that we had
Candy
last year.
canes.
Yeah, stick those in your hot chocolate.
Oh my heavens. This is great. This is going to be such fun.
It really was. I thought it would either be a wild disaster or one of the coolest things that we've done, and it's going to become a standard. It
All right,
really
how close
fun.
did it come to becoming a wild disaster?
It didn't actually. Well, minus we ran out of hot chocolate for a brief moment in time because we just weren't prepared for the amount of people. But we've already kind of planned out how much hot chocolate and the plan to have more hot chocolate coming to us throughout the event. So
I love it. Okay, so Christmas on Broadway. This so is the hot chocolate all day long?
So that'll be from about 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. What we're doing is we're starting the event off with a movie at the theater. We're going to be showing Elf at the Salem Community Theater at 2 o'clock. Time with
that's great. Get those kids fired up. Are we giving away candy in there too?
The concessions will be open.
Oh yeah.
There will be plenty of sugar opportunities.
Fill those kids up with Mountain Dew and Milk Duds. Here we go.
Right. So when the movie dismisses, Santa will be arriving by fire truck, and I think they're working on his route on how to get Santa Claus to Salem, roughly about 3:45.
Well, you got to figure he's coming down Route 37, I suppose. I mean, he's coming from the north pole.
From the north, I guess so.
He's surely going to come down 37. Maybe you sneak him into town over there by the cemetery or something like that. But
so he will be arriving by fire truck, and then on Sweeney Corner we'll be doing the toy giveaway and pictures of Santa, which has become one of the traditions for the downtown Salem Christmas events. Then we're going to have food trucks on McMacken Street, there between the Salem Times Commoner building and the insurance agent. So a portion of McMacken will be closed with food trucks.
Well, see, now that's cool. Folks can just, like you said, I mean, that's basically your Hallmark movie set, right? Folks just walking around downtown and getting an opportunity.
And a number, the Salem Museum, the History Museum there that's located just to the north of the theater will also be open. Mrs. Claus will be within that building along with a paper ornament decorating station. They did a coloring sheet, and then the kids were able to hang the ornaments on the Christmas tree at the museum.
How big is the tree at the museum?
I think it stands in the front. I think it's in the front.
15-footer or something like that?
No, in the museum, it's just, I think, on the storefront, on the counter. It's not very big, but it was full of colored ornaments last year. The tree on the corner at Sweeney Corner is what we will be lighting later on in the evening.
Okay, here's now this doesn't, the tree lighting at 5:45, I guess, looking at the sun will be down by then, right? It'll be dark.
Yes.
It'll be pretty dark.
It'll be pretty dark.
Already.
How come I feel bad asking this? I'm going to ask another stupid question, and you're gonna get up and leave. It's not nice. It's too bad that Mrs. Claus and Santa don't get along. That they aren't going to be hanging out together at the pictures or whatever, right?
Well, I guess
She's not on the fire truck.
She likes the History Museum.
For crying out loud, wouldn't she at least come in with him? That'd be nice, right?
Yeah, we may be able to arrange something.
Well, I just hope they can work it out. I'm sure they will. So one of them will throw a little magic dust or something like that.
We'll see what we can do.
And work all this out. Again, all this coming up. I tell you what, we're going to go over it again, everything going on in Salem here in a little bit. We've got even more that we haven't talked about because there's a big old movie coming up at the theater here, a week or two later than
It's
that.
a week or two. Yeah, it's the Friday and Saturday after.
We'll get to that and all kinds of more things. Here with Jed Casburn along with Tabitha Meador. They are from the city of Salem. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, and we'll be back to wrap things up with these folks right after this. Stick around.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for joining us today. Down there is Jed Casburn. Right here is Tabitha Meador, and they are with the city of Salem. We're talking about the big Salem Christmas celebration weekend. Huge weekend coming up on December 1st or December
2nd and 3rd.
2nd and 3rd, December 2nd and 3rd, yeah, and it's going to be a fun time for the kids. I got to tell you, and neither. Do you have children?
I do.
Do you have children? You don't have children. I didn't know it. When do the kids start getting fired up, Jed, about Christmas? What's the typical timeline?
Probably when the tree goes up. I mean, and that could vary, but when the tree goes up, I would say that triggers the mind to get excited about presents and things.
Or, I mean, that's most people may not have. Will they put their tree up? That'll be the week after Thanksgiving, I guess. That'll be about the time the trees do start going up. So you're going to have these kids running around downtown Salem, just fired up. Getting fired up on Milk Duds and Mountain Dew, and then they're getting fired up with the hot chocolate.
Yeah. And then we also are
Santa
going to
Claus
be doing
in town, and then what?
A s'mores station at the ABC Pub has purchased the Bicentennial Park there to the north of their building, and we're going to be doing a s'mores station outside there. That there's going to be tabletop s'mores.
Okay, that's just north there of the ABC.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
they're going to have. You said tabletop
s'mores.
What are tabletop s'mores?
Well, we're going to have little Strono burners, and probably we're still working out probably the kebab sticks to do s'mores, and then you get your own individual.
Well, I didn't know how big of a like a campfire you could have during the middle of.
Yeah, we're not gonna go that route.
I didn't know.
We're not going to go that route. We're going to do a little sterno burn or something on the table. That's why I'm calling it tabletop.
Yeah, that probably makes some sense. I guess you're thinking. I was just thinking out loud there. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so they're doing that, and who are some of the other folks involved? You've got Santa pictures, caroling. Who's doing the caroling? Do you know?
Well, right now we've asked a few other community members, and that has not been in stone yet. So we're hoping that the Salem High School Choir can do an hour of
You
that.
mentioned the giveaway, the toy giveaway that you do every year. How are those collected? You collect those throughout the year?
We
What's the
got
story on
collection
that?
sites around town. Yes, and that's that's a partnership with the YMCA and Save with Amazing Grace also.
Can you still? Is there still time for folks to make a donation if they need?
Oh, absolutely.
When do you get most of them? I mean, you said you do it throughout the year, but I mean, do you get most of them as Christmas gets closer, or how's that work?
So we collect that on December 2nd, probably that morning up to lunch, and then get them organized for the next day. So what we like to do is when the child comes up and sees Santa and gets a picture, then they get a toy with that also.
Oh, see, now that's working.
And
That's
it's
pretty
just
good.
that, and before that, hopefully they get hopped up on hot chocolate and s'mores before they get there. So
nothing. That way they'll be more fired up about the toy.
Exactly.
What kind of toys are we talking about? What are you taking as a donation? Do you have? I mean, if somebody wanted to donate a PlayStation 5 or something, I guess you'd take it. But who would get that one?
Yeah, and we do ask. I mean, hopefully it's a new purchase of some sort. So we don't stay away from a lot of the used. So.
Oh, that makes sense. I mentioned in the last segment, and we barely touched on. This December 3rd, that's not the end of the Salem Christmas event.
It isn't, but there's one more event that we haven't mentioned for that weekend.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
the Christmas concert at the theater is Friday and Saturday night.
Both nights.
It's both nights. It's Christmas Time is Here. The community band and choir put that on, and it is highly recommended to get tickets in advance.
So they get to do it inside rather than doing it down at the park.
Yes.
That probably makes sense.
They are inside, but that is a well-attended event, so tickets in advance are highly recommended.
Christmas Time is Here. I guess they're going to play that. I mean, the tune, Christmas Time is Here, presumably.
Presumably.
Any idea what else is on the repertoire for
I'm sure it's strictly Christmas music, but I haven't seen the list.
See, now
of
that's
music.
cool. That the city band is going to get together and do that. And what time is that?
That is at 7:00 at the theater.
They're going to play for 3 hours, and maybe not that long.
Probably not that long, but that is inside at the theater.
See, now I'm in 2 community bands, and I must admit I've never been invited to join the Salem band. I feel a little slighted right there.
I will pass along your information.
Could you guys get something
I
like
will
that done?
pass along your information.
That's okay. I'm very busy. That's fine. Okay, so now so get your ticket. Where do folks get tickets for that?
So that's at the theater office, or I believe there's tickets at City Hall as well. They're, I believe, $5 for the evening of music.
Oh well, that's free. That would be what you'd pay for the cup of coffee or the hot chocolate that you're actually getting for free that night.
Sure.
And then you would go and by all means run out. Don't walk, run to get tickets to that. And when you're doing that, you can get tickets to the next weekend.
So the next weekend then is Polar Express at the theater as well. And the theater goes all out with decorations. I believe there's some character interactions.
Really?
Tickets are on sale now.
So you got like the what's the usher or something?
The conductor. The conductor.
I must admit, I've never seen the movie.
I have seen it.
I've
seen
it. See, she and I don't have children. That's why she's only seen it once. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
You've probably seen it on a loop.
A couple times.
Yeah. What's it about?
A child
what's
riding
it
a
about?
train?
I mean, the child gets picked up by a train, but then it's got all sorts of different action parts in it. But they're actually going.
They're going to the North Pole, right?
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's the bipolar.
It's different, with different spirits and believing. And
That's cool. So you have, the movies you have set up, and this is what dates? This is the 8th or 9th and 10th?
Let me double check.
The 9th and 10th will be a Friday and Saturday.
So that's when it is.
All right, 9th and 10th. Get tickets now as well, right? Or
Yes.
tomorrow?
You can get them online now on the theater's website. Tickets will be available, physical tickets at the theater office and City Hall starting tomorrow.
I love your juxtaposition here. In that the 1 week you're playing Elf, which is basically all about leaving the North Pole. And the tricky stuff that you run into when you're in a new environment. And the other one is going back to the North Pole.
It's a full circle.
It is a full circle. You did that on purpose. Did you do that on purpose?
Not intentionally, no. It worked out that way.
I love it. That just works. That works wonderfully. That just works wonderfully. Well, it sounds like what is your favorite part of the weekend? What are your children's favorite parts of this weekend? Because this is not your first one.
I mean,
say your first rodeo.
My favorite part is probably seeing the line of people down our sidewalks. You don't get to see that often.
No.
And the different little stops that they will make and go see Santa. And to be honest, my favorite is seeing them get the toy at the very end.
Is that right?
I mean, yeah.
What age are your kids?
Mine are 16 and will be 13 next week.
Okay, so when they go sit on Santa's lap,
yeah,
I'm thinking the Santa says, "Help!"
I think those days are over.
Well, that's what's your favorite part of the weekend?
I think it's the hot chocolate. People just coming in, making their own hot chocolate, and walking away with it, and the smiles that brings as well.
Well, you see, now that is cool because, and I'm going to ask another stupid question, but folks. The weather might be very nice. They might be walking their dogs. Is it pet free, or can I walk my dog up there? Is there any? Am I okay with bringing my dog if my dog's not going to bite anybody?
Yeah, just be aware of
Be aware of surroundings and I don't know that going into the museum.
Well, you're not going to go into you're not taking your dog.
Outside events that would be.
You're not taking your dog into Elf.
Right.
And you're not taking your dog into the theater for the music.
Right.
Golly, I've played some Christmas concerts that a dog would have improved but that's not this week. That's not good. Well, that's outstanding. Again, folks, just to recap, here's what's going on. The Community Christmas Carnival set for December 2nd from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Salem Community Activities Center. That's just south of the high school. Easy to find. You know where to go. And they're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. Food, games, ugly sweater contest, crafts. What are the crafts, by the way? What are we doing with crafting?
Keep Salem Beautiful is actually doing miniature Christmas trees.
Really?
And then Jane LaFoon is doing some Christmas ornaments to go with that, actually. That matched up a little bit.
Well, that'd be good, clean fun.
Then we're doing a card station kind of to help send to the nursing homes.
How about that? That'll be all right. And then also on Saturday, Christmas on Broadway, put on by Salem Recreation and the YMCA. Elf at 2, and then things going on all day long. Santa's coming in on the fire truck after that. You guys are going to be you're going to be exhausted after all this.
We are,
yeah, but it'll be fun exhausted, won't it?
It's a good thing, yeah.
Jed, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it. Tabitha, so much for good to see you again.
Yeah, same with you.
Great to meet you. Hey, folks, thanks so much for watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Again, all this is December 2nd and 3rd, and we'll see you next time on Big Talk. Have a great day.